Hey, in this video today I'm going to compare Sony Pictures animation to Nickelodeon movies. They both put out a decent amount of movies, though definitely not anywhere near as many as some other studios. First of all, when we look at the highest Rotten Tomatoes score for each studio, in the case of Sony Pictures Animation, their highest score would be a 97% for both Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as well as Mitchell's vs. the Machines, unsurprisingly. In the case of Nickelodeon movies, the highest score for them would be I think it's 88%. Let's see here. No, actually, 95% for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. So by just a little bit, Sony Pictures Animation wins this round. Then when you look at lowest score for each franchise, in the case of Sony, you got a score of 14% for Smurfs 2. That's the lowest. In the case of Nickelodeon movies, let's see here. Lowest score is actually only a 5% for that Last Airbender movie directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Not really surprising, because that's known as a really bad adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Sony Pictures Animation wins again. Then when you look at average score, it's pretty close, but by just a little bit. Sony Pictures Animation has a higher average. They have an average of 56.3, whereas with Nickelodeon movies, it's only 55.6, so Sony wins again. Then when you look at disparity between lowest and highest score, in the case of Sony Pictures Animation, highest score is 97, lowest score is 14, so gap of 83 there. In the case of Nickelodeon movies, highest score is 95, but lowest score is a 5, so the gap is 90, meaning gap's a bit lower for Sony Pictures Animation, so it wins this round. Next, let's look at my personal opinion. So first of all, let's address this question. How many movies from each studio have I actually seen? Well, in the case of Sony Pictures Animation, they've done the open season movies. I've seen the first one before, and it's perfectly fine. I thought it was a bit too similar to Rio, with this animal who is raised by humans, so he's domesticated, he's basically a pet, and then this wild animal comes along and is like, hey, you've never been in the wild before? Well, come on, pet, let me show you how things are. Then there are humans that are hunting animals. Also, Cloudy for Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2 were put out by Sony Pictures Animation. I definitely really enjoy both of those movies. Also, this is a studio that did Goosebumps 1 and 2. I really like the first Goosebumps movie. It delivers what I want from Goosebumps. The second one was definitely not anywhere near as well received. I haven't actually seen it. Also, Into and Across the Spider-Verse are both done by Sony Pictures Animation. Obviously great movies. Mitchell's vs. the Machines, that was fantastic. When it comes to Angry Birds, the second Angry Birds movie is done by Sony Pictures Animation. The first one is not. I thought Angry Birds 2 was an improvement over the first film. And then I like Wish Dragon as well. It's out of the movies they've done. I've seen 9 of their movies. Sony Pictures Animation has done a total of 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. They've done 29 movies, so I haven't seen a lot of their movies. I've seen a few of them. In the case of Nickelodeon movies, I haven't seen very many of their movies either. I've seen Charlotte's Web, the 2006 live-action version. I definitely like that one. Then I've seen Spiderwick Chronicles, the adaptation of the book of the same name. I enjoy that one. Then Hotel for Dogs. I think it's a fun, entertaining, lighthearted family dog movie that I like. Then you have Rango. I think that's a great animated movie. Then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014. Not a fan of that one. I think the filmmakers really failed to understand what people want from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. First of all, having them be Hulk-sized completely misses the point of the characters. They have the word ninja in their name. They're supposed to be stealthy, but that doesn't work when they're these big hulking creatures. I thought TMNT Out of the Shadows is an improvement over the first film. It definitely has its issues. I mean, Casey Jones doesn't really feel like Casey Jones. But that one at least did deliver more of what I want from TMNT when compared to the first film. It feels closer to a proper adaptation. I enjoyed Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Then you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, obviously fantastic movie. So out of all their movies, I've only watched 4, 5, 6... I've only seen 8 of their movies, so I've seen one more of Sony Picture Animation's movies than Nickelodeon movies. So I would say overall that I like Sony Pictures Animation more. Why? Because they've done more movies that I think are really good or great when compared to Nickelodeon movies. That'll be it for now. Actually, let me look and see here. How many movies has Nickelodeon movies done? Let's see. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 24, 25, 30. Okay, they've done about 45 movies approximately. Definitely more than Sony Pictures Animation has done. You got the SpongeBob movies, those are put out by Nickelodeon movies. I definitely have watched episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants before. I'm definitely familiar with the show, but at this point anyway, I haven't actually sat down and watched the episodes in order. I've just seen episodes throughout the years. But that'll be it for now. Bye, everyone.